stand for the invocation, pledge, and national anthem.
You please bow your heads. Dear Lord, I pray that Numbers 6:24 over us today, that may you bless us and keep us. May you smile upon us and be gracious, and may you show us your favor and give us peace. Heavenly Father, I ask, as we are sent out from Muleshoe High School, we will see your favor on our lives. I pray that you will be with us through our future endeavors, not to get around our problems, but to face them with your boldness. I pray that students will continue to universities, that they will succeed and please you through their duties. And lastly, I pray for the teachers and staff that has helped us to get to this point in our lives. I pray that you will be with them and help them get others to this point. Thank you for everything that you have done in our lives. Amen. Will you please remain standing for the national anthem?
Another privileges to the fly. Our privileges to fly are denied to America and to stand one nation under indivisible with liberty and justice for all.
Amen.
It doesn't cut out on me.
Please be seated. A beautiful day to celebrate some handsome and beautiful graduates. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, administration, faculty, and staff of the Muleshoe Independent School District, I would like to welcome the parents, family, and friends of this senior class to the commencement exercises for Muleshoe High School graduating class of 2024. The graduates would appreciate your respectful attentiveness throughout the ceremonies, and out of respect for those who are giving speeches, if we would ask if you would please remain in your seats and not talk during the speeches. We ask that you not remove from your seat during the ceremony. We will have several photographers down here that will be taking pictures of the graduates, and we will make sure the families get those pictures of the graduates while they're on the stage. And then after the ceremonies, you're welcome to have pictures out in the parking lot with your family. We also ask that you refrain from excessive noise during the presentation of the diplomas, so that everyone can hear each graduate's name as they're being called. These seniors have had a lot of scholarships, and we are so proud of them, from the local businesses and friends of Muleshoe. In addition to those scholarships, we also have a $500 scholarship for each student that moves on to graduate classes. The Muleshoe Opportunity Scholarship Trust will provide those. These have been donated by friends, alumni, and anyone that would like to contribute to this trust. It's been in effect for 21 years. Seniors, your pictures are on a billboard on the west side of town. With respect, flexibility, and grace, you all succeeded. The class of 2024 is a very intentional class. Each step y'all took was intentional as you developed success in all your different areas. As one teacher just recently said, the only thing I have against you seniors is that you're seniors and you're leaving us. We will miss you all. Seniors, we want to congratulate you, the courageous senior class of 2024, on this milestone in your educational career. We wish you the best in your future lives, and may God bless each one of you. Now, it is my great pleasure to introduce you the salutatorian of the Muleshoe High School class of 2024, Mr. Jeremiah Watts.
Good morning, ladies. Good morning, gentlemen. First and foremost, I would like to thank my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Next, I would like to thank my mom and my dad for preparing me for my life. I would also like to take a moment to recognize all of the teachers and administrators who have helped me in any sort of way while I spent time learning at the high school. Last but not least, I would like to take a moment to thank Sergeant Fisher for all that he has done for me this past year. I would not be the person I am today without the help of you all. I would like to first recognize the class of 2024. It truly is an honor to represent this group of people as I speak here today. I want to take a moment to recognize all of the individuals who are graduating alongside of me. Regardless if you are the first in your family or simply expected to, I am proud of you all. Graduating today is one of our biggest accomplishments, but it is just the beginning of something much greater. These 12 years of our lives spent learning have helped shape all of us into the young men and women we are today. Graduating today shows that each of you are persistent and shows your commitment to a long-term goal. I urge all of you to continue to pursue long-term goals, as each of you have proven you are exceedingly capable. I hope to share a few encouraging words with you today. All of my life, I have had a fear of failure lingering behind my every move. For a long time, this made me anxious to try new things I was afraid to do. If I'm being honest, I am afraid to speak here today. I have not always been comfortable or confident in my ability to do things, but these past few years have taught me a lot about life. Psalms 31:24. Be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart, all ye that hope in the Lord. One important lesson I have learned this year is that if you want to be successful at anything, you have to take action. Step out of your comfort zone and do the things that you know you need to get done. Specifically, do the things that you are afraid to do. In my opinion, fear is not a bad thing. But if you let it overshadow your will to try, you will not make it far. If you want to achieve your goals in a manageable time frame, you have to push past feelings of inadequacy. Isaiah 40:29. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might he increaseth strength. In life, you are not always going to feel ready to do what needs to be done. But life prepares you for life, so do it anyways. I would like to mention that no matter how hard you try, you are not always going to succeed the first time, and you are not expected to. When you fall, find it in yourself to get back up and keep going. Do not let a bad experience push you away from your potential. 2 Corinthians 4:8. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Every one of you today has the potential to do great things, but you have to start the journey within yourself. I am confident that everyone here today has at least one person who cares for them and supports them, but you are the only person who can truly make the choices that will improve your life. I urge you to make the decisions that you know will help you in the long term. Do not always decide to follow the crowd, or simply find the easier path to overcoming a challenge. More often than not, doing something challenging will pay off. Doing difficult things pushes you past your limits and helps build character. Finally, discover what draws the best from you, and pursue what inspires you to grow as a person. Peace and love be with you all as we continue with our lives. Thank you.
It is my pleasure to introduce you to the valedictorian of the MHS class of 2024, Miss Brenna Butler.
I'd like to start by thanking the good Lord for all he has given and for his guidance. I'd also like to thank the teachers, friends, and family who supported me and helped me get to this point. I apologize, but I won't be going into detail about these special people because my goal is not to cry. It makes me a little sad that I need to address this, but I'm standing here today not because of my last name, but because of my hard work and dedication. I can confidently say that high school has taught me how to work, and I hope all of us were able to learn that necessary skill. These past 4 years have also taught me not to take life too seriously. I implore you all to find joy in all aspects of your lives, because no one has time to worry about the little things on our short time on this earth. This brings me to the very wise words of a very wise man I know named Radon. Don't be a spoiler of joy, and don't let others spoil yours. As new adults heading into this world, it is our responsibility to take care of others and learn to uplift them rather than tear them down. When you think you have nothing, you actually have everything when you have joy. I don't know about you guys, but I think joy and laughter are necessary for survival. I also think we all did a lot of laughing in these past 4 years, some definitely more than others. In this moment, take a second to reminisce, not in sadness, but in appreciation of a chapter coming to a close. Appreciate the friends you made and the lifetime connections you have. John 15:12 and 13 say, "My command is this, love each other as I have loved you. Greater love has no one than this, to lay down one's life for one's friends. Juan 15, 12 y 13. Y este es mi mandamiento, que se amen los unos a los otros como yo los he amado. Nadie tiene amor más grande que el que da la vida por sus amigos. Quiero decir gracias a todos quienes me han bienvenido a sus casas y a los quienes me han apoyado. Es muy importante para mí que todos entiendan que familia es muy importante. Familia no es solo los que comparten la misma sangre. Familia es las personas que te apoyan y las personas que te quieren sin limitaciones. Cuando encuentres a tu familia, no los pierdes, porque ellos son a los que vas a necesitar. Gracias otra vez a los que son mi familia. Los voy a extrañar mucho. As we transition into this new era in our lives, understand that everyone's version of success is different. Find your passion, pursue it, and chase happiness. I hope you all find joy and success. And if you ever need a veterinarian, let me know in about 7 years. Thank you.
This is a little more solemn time during our celebration, but I would like to recognize a family at this time. The family had a child that should be graduating today, but was taken from us way too soon. Sandra Pearl Estraka is the daughter of Jessica Estraka. Mr. Greg Hill will provide her family with her diploma case.
Graduates, please stand. Mrs. Turnbow, as principal of Muleshoe High School, I certify that the students standing before you have completed all of the state requirements for graduation. I declare the students in the class of 2024 eligible to receive their high school diplomas. Seniors, you may move your tassels.
As a member of the Board of Trustees of Muleshoe Independent School District, I congratulate you, the class of 2024, on completing the requirements necessary for graduation. I ask you to now come forward and receive the symbol of this achievement, your high school diploma.
Mr. Dusty Stone will be presenting diplomas at this time. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, the Muleshoe Chamber of Commerce Scholarship for $750, the Donald and Betty Joyner Endowed Scholarship for $1,000, the Distinction Scholarship for $2,500, the Reed Allen Eiler Memorial Medical Profession Scholarship from ENMU for $2,960, the Christy M. Landers Scholarship for $3,000, the Kenneth and Joy Harwell Scholarship for $3,000, the 2-year Hunter Stone Endowed Scholarship for $4,000, the Freshman Academic Scholarship for $4,800, the Freshman Housing Room Grant for $6,000, the Leadership Scholarship for $6,000, the Texas Tech University Freshman President Merit Scholar for $7,000, the Texas 135 Out-of-State Tuition Waiver for $7,920, the Strickland Scholarship for $8,500, the OSU Out-of-State Achievement Scholarship for $9,000, the Agriculture Scholar Commitment for $10,000, the Windmill Scholarship for $12,000, the Scholars Award for $14,000, the Texas Valedictorian Scholarship for $42,500, the Texas Tech University Dean Scholarship for $56,700, the WST Wildcat Non-Resident Award for $67,496, the ACU Presidential Scholarship for $80,000, and the Royce L. Money Chancellor's Award for Academic Excellence for $80,000, the Hardin Simmons Trustee Scholarship for $88,000, and the ASU Distinguished Scholarship for $96,000, Sharon Brianne Butler. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500 and receiving the Marine Corps GI Bill for full college payment, Jeremiah David Watts. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500 and the EMU scholarship for $14,920, Adam Levi Alarcon. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Natalie Marie Alfaro. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Alondra Alvidres Morales. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Allison Jewel Ballard. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Donovan Lee Bara Alfaro. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Josiah Aiden Barron. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Angel Giovanni Belmonte. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, the UNM Scholarship for $2,500, the Wayland Track Scholarship for $9,500, the Wayland Merit Scholarship for $14,000, the University of New Mexico Lou Plus for $22,919, the Odessa College Track Scholarship with a full ride, the University of Oregon Summit Scholarship for $50,000, the Abilene Christian University A.B. Barrett Award for Academic Excellence for $68,000, and the Texas Wesleyan Trustees Scholarship for $88,000, Yvette Carlota Benavides. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, the Baylor University Scholarship for $108,000, the Arcadia University Scholarship for $92,000, the Hardin Simmons University Scholarship for $80,000, the Abilene Christian University Scholarship for $72,000, the Hawaii Pacific University Scholarship for $56,000, the Seton Hall University Scholarship for $56,000, the University of Oklahoma Scholarship for $40,000, the Eastern New Mexico University Scholarship for $24,000, the Oklahoma Baptist University Scholarship for $20,000, the University of Wyoming Scholarship for $18,000, the Presidential Merit Scholarship for $16,000, the West Texas A&M Scholarship for $6,000, the Bailey County Electric Cooperative Scholarship for $1,000, the Farm Bureau Scholarship for $500, and the SPC Ray and Donna West Bailey County Scholarship for $1,350, Luis Osmar Burciaga. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Ivana Bustillos. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, the Wayland Baptist Athletic Scholarship Award of $3,500, the Sterling College Institution Football Academic Scholarship for $18,000, the Howard Payne University Yellow Jacket Scholarship for $57,000, Noah Jade Cantu. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Bianca Yvette Cereceres. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Aldo Cervantes. At this time, Mr. Jesus Tobar will be presenting diplomas. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, the Jana Goodwin Floyd Scholarship in the amount of $1,000, Alicia Joanne Chavez. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Leonardo Daniel Chavez. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Anthony Caleb Cordero. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Jasmine Noemi Corrales. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Peyton Jade Critchley. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Cesar Cruz. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Emily Rose Cruz. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, the prestigious Merit-Based University Award valued at $40,000, and the ACU grant of $12,000, Haley Lena Diaz. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Juliana Gabriela Diaz. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Juan Adan Esparza Vargas. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Camilo Ramon Espinosa. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Yasmin Nevea Estraca. Receiving the TCTA Future Educator Scholarship, the most scholarship in the amount of $500, the Rotary International Scholarship for $500, the Muleshoe Chamber of Commerce Scholarship for $750, the WT Merit Scholarship for $750, the Texas Grant for $6,500, the Federal Pell Grant for $5,990, the Sol Ross Merit Scholarship for $1,250, Alexa Vanay Estrada. Mr. Jeff King will be presenting diplomas at this time. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Jessica Itzel Fernandez. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, the Lions Club Queen Scholarship for $500, the William Randolph Hearst Endowed Scholarship for $1,000, the Christy M. Landers Scholarship for $3,000, the Texas Tech University Presidential Merit Scholarship for $32,000, the Hardin Simmons University Presidential Merit Scholarship for $86,000, the Lubbock Christian University Merit Scholarship for $89,000, the Baylor University Presidential Merit Scholarship Scholarship for $100,000, Layla Leslie Fleming. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Jermaine Andre Flores. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Sean Luke Flores. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Edwin Garcia. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Jose Angel Garcia Nunez. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Delilah Lisette Gonzalez. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Donovan Xavier Gonzalez. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Nevaeh Ann Griffin. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Peyton Andrew Hart. Mr. Brett Bammert will be presenting diplomas at this time. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Rodrigo Hernandez. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Daniel Hernandez Huerta. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Kaiser B. Herrera. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Sebastian Yuan Herrera. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Sebastian Kane Curran. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, the Abilene Christian University prestigious merit-based scholarship for $68,000, the Hardin-Simmons University President Scholarship for $20,000, the Texas Women's University Excellent Scholarship for $28,000, the WT University Scholarship for $6,000 for 4 years, the Abilene Christian ACU Bound Scholarship for $8,000, Tatiana Samira Lawson. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Jesus Adrian Lopez. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, the Crusader Scholarship for $176,400, the John C. Stevens Award for $165,156, the TTU Top 10 Bonus Scholarship for $4,000, the TTU Freshman Presidential Merit Scholarship for $20,000, the Cole College Trustee Scholarship for $144,000, the Rose Scholarship for $96,000, the Clarkson Leadership Scholarship for $140,000, the Washington Trustee Scholarship for $24,000, the Pace Scholarship for $104,000, the St. Catherine of Alexandria Scholarship for $132,000, the Bethel Royal Scholarship for $64,000, the National Academic Scholarship for $180,700, the Presidential Scholarship for $60,000, the SAU Cougar Commit Scholarship for $70,000, the Norwich Presidential Scholarship for $120,000, the Provost Scholarship for $108,000, the Baker College Trustee Scholarship for $24,000, the Honor Scholarship for $4,000, the Northwestern Scholarship for $50,000, the Wheaton Presidential Scholarship for $80,000, the Brown and Gold Commitment Scholarship for $30,000, the Tartan Scholarship for $124,000, the Southeast Scholarship for $136,000, the Allegheny Trustees Scholarship for $152,000, and the Red and Black Scholarship for $45,200, Floreta Lopez Cabrera. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Barry Ray Lovelady. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, the Wayland Track Scholarship for $3,500, the Freshman Honor Scholarship UMHB for $28,000, the Abel Barrett Award for Academic Excellence for $68,000, the SITC Scholarship for $4,000, the Hannah's Wish Scholarship for $500, the Freshman Academic Scholarship for $1,000, the Texas 135 Out-of-State Tuition Waiver for $1,980, the Freshman Hound Housing Room Grant for $1,500, the Wand Merit Scholarship for $14,000, and the Windmill Scholarship for $4,000, Sergio Magallanes. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Ramsey Six Martinez. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, the TCTA Future Educator Scholarship, the ENMU Applied Fee Scholarship for $800, the ENMU Performance Award Scholarship for $6,000, the All-Region Music Award Scholarship for $2,000, the Elizabeth B. Watson Scholarship for $500, the ENMU Freshman Academic Scholarship for $6,000, the Freshman Hound Housing Grant for $6,000, the Texas 135 Out-of-State Tuition Waiver for $7,920, the Abilene Christian University Academic Scholarship for $60,000, the Abilene Christian University A.B. Barrett Academic Scholarship for $17,000, Edwin Yael Mejia. Mr. Kevin Morris will be presenting diplomas at this time. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Tanya Mendoza. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, the Distinguished Cougar Award for $44,000, the Summit Scholarship for $50,000, the National Scholarship for $40,000, the Texas Access Award for $12,000, the National Scholars Award for $28,000, the Non-Resident Tuition Scholarship for $40,000, the Tiger Excellence Non-Resident Scholarship for $60,000, the President's Achievement Award for $52,000, the Merit Scholarship for $68,000, and the Non-Resident Dean Scholarship for $50,000, Aline Montejano. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Ivan Andres Mora. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, True Siana Navarrete. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Ari Ortega. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Tanya Denise Pacheco. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, America Pantoja. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Adrian Reyes. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Carlos Fabian Reyes. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Clarissa Belén Reyes. Mrs. Ashley Turnbull will be presenting diplomas at this time. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Gracie Mariah Reyes. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Jesus Alejandro Reyes. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Marcos Reyes. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Alan Rodriguez. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Eric Luis Rodriguez Duran. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Ashton Saber Romero. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Jonathan Angel Salinas. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, William Jesse Sigros. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Daniel Cianes. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Novella Celeste Sigala. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Zechariah Ethan Smith. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, the ACU Royce L. Money's Chancellor's Award for Academic Excellence of $80,000, the Federal Pell Grant for $6,575, the Texas Grant Initial Year for $5,000, the Freshman Presidential Scholarship for $4,000, and the 5-year scholarship for $2,000, the Muleshoe Board Scholarship for $500, Caitlin Renee Spears. Mr. Steve Clifton will be presenting diplomas at this time. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, the WBU's Dean Scholarship for $7,351, the DBU's Christian Leadership Scholarship for $2,000, the DBU Dean Scholarship for $12,000, Mackenzie Cheyenne Sturdivant. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Irene Tarango. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Ernesto Guadalupe Toscano. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Lee Jackson Tosh. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, the John C. Stevens Award for Academic Excellence for $72,000, the Howard Payne University Dean Scholar for $64,000, the Alabama Crimson Legends Scholarship for $24,000, the McPherson College Merit Scholarship for $20,000, the Howard Payne Dean's Merit Scholarship for $16,000, the Angelo State University Distinguished Scholarship for $8,000, the ACU Bound Scholarship for $6,000, the West Texas A&M University Scholarship for $6,000, the Angelo State Carr Scholarship for $4,000, the Rotary Sweetheart Scholarship for $1,500, the District Lions Club Outstanding Youth Scholarship for $1,000, the Local Lions Club Outstanding Youth Scholarship for $250, the Lions Club Diabetes Awareness Essay Scholarship for $250, and the Lions Club Drug Awareness Speech Scholarship for $250, Brianne Nicole Vargas. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Alexander Josiah Vasquez. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Natalie Serrana Biania. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Jacob Enoch Watts. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Riley Royce Woodard. Mr. Sergio Leal will be presenting diplomas at this time. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, the West Texas A&M Merit Scholarship of $1,200, Emma Elizabeth Zapata. Receiving the most scholarship in the amount of $500, Mariana Zaragoza Cano.
To the seniors, parents, family, friends, teachers, administration, and school board, it is indeed an honor to speak to you, but I would like to address my brief remarks to the senior class of 2024. This is such an exciting day, and that one that you and your family have long been participating. Job 42:2 states, "I know that you can do all things. No purpose of yours can be thwarted." So what are the rules in life? What is possible? What is impossible? These are questions that only you can answer when you face a new challenge. Several rules in life to remember. Believe in yourself. Treat others how you want to be treated. Have a positive mindset. Don't judge others. Avoid comparing yourself to others, and take charge of your happiness. Aristotle stated, "Happiness depends upon ourselves." So as you look toward the future, determine where to begin or to take your next step. You need to begin exploring and discovering what your purpose in life will be. Purpose can guide life decisions, influence behavior, shape goals, offer a sense of direction, and create meaning. I would like to encourage each one of you to keep pushing yourself and find your purpose by attending college, obtaining employment, participating in a trade school, or beginning a family. Your purpose in life is important and will impact others around you on a daily basis. Be a positive impact and live a purposeful life. If you believe in yourself, you can turn the impossible into possible. Each and every one of you inspire me and provide reassurance for the future. So to all the seniors in the audience, hold your head high as you begin your journey. Keep believing the impossible is possible, and have confidence in yourself. Jeremiah 29:11-13 states, "For I know the plans I have for you, declare the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Then you will call on me and come pray to me, and I will listen to you. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart." Seniors, seek out your purpose, be a positive impact on others, and pray daily for guidance. Remember that you are and will always be a positive, ethical, and productive citizen and a lifelong learner. And once a mule, always a mule. Graduates, will you please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, may I present the Muleshoe High School class of 2024. Seniors, you may toss your caps.
Just pick one up and we'll figure it out later.
At this time, would everyone please stand for the playing of the school song? And then remain standing for the benediction.
your heads and join me for the closing prayer. Dear God, thank you for allowing us to live this moment we all dreamt of. I ask you to guide my fellow classmates through this next chapter in life and to keep them safe wherever they may go. Give them the strength to accomplish great things in life. May you protect our family and friends who came to celebrate this special moment. Querido Dios, gracias por permitirnos a vivir este momento que todos soñamos. Te pido que guíes a mis compañeros a lo largo de este próximo capítulo de la vida y que los mantengas seguros donde quiera que vayamos. Dales la fuerza para lograr grandes cosas en la vida y que protejas a nuestros familiares y amigos que vinieron a celebrar este momento especial. Amén.
Yeah.